Hey, so doing the second video for the day, the Ten of Cups, and yesterday I did the Ten of Wands, and I spoke about completion, and the Ten of Cups I think is a good example of completion in a good way. With the Ten of Wands, I guess was about like stressing yourself out, being like overworked, and one interpretation was that you gained all of those wands, and it was like you got back so much from all the work that you've done that you have enough to share with the community. But most of the videos were about like just working too hard, like being overworked. But the Ten of Cups, it looks like a celebration, like, and cups is emotion, so I guess it's more about obtaining like a good feeling emotionally, and maybe that is due to the things that you've received around you. I would like to think you could be happy without like things, but these people seem to have each other, and there's a house in the background, there's a man and a woman, and they have children, and everybody just seems to be really happy. So to me is a good representation of attainment. And they have all these cups, and the cups are like a rainbow almost, and they just look really nice and happy. So all right, I'm gonna look up more meanings. Okay. Ten of Cups. So based on its joyous look of the joyous look of the card, it represents peace and harmony, and contentment with your family or a loved one in your life or your friends. And go a little further. Okay, so Ten of Cups about fulfillment. Your family is doing well. You're doing well. It speaks about being in your heart alignment. So one thing I was thinking about was like, I'm happy now doing what it is that I'm doing, but if I was to follow like society or do what I was, told to do, and I was just talking about somebody. I always talk about this because I need to like reevaluate it, and I guess give myself validation in my decision of living the way that I'm living. But it's like, here these people are living in their heart alignment, so they're doing what they want to do, and because they've done what they wanted to do, it led to emotional fulfillment. And so I was thinking, in the past, when I was going along with like what I was told to do, in the back of my head was like, I'm doing this in order to make people happy, and also to appease the norm, because I thought if I did that, it would ultimately make me happy. But in the back of my head, I was always thinking, I'm just doing this because this is what I've been told to do. And now I'm living in a way that it's really coming from within. Like, I'm really expressing what's inside of me, and I'm like in the world in that way. And I'm much more happier, though I still have my days where I'm like doubts and depression, but I come back to knowing that this is really how I want to be in the world, or figuring out how I want to be in the world and taking the steps to do that, and not just go along with what I've told. So that's for me. But like, I would think like, if you pull this card, then that means like you're receiving the things that you've got, like you've gained things based on like living in your heart alignment. Now reverse could mean like you know you've been hurt, like you didn't get those things that you wanted, or you didn't obtain these things. Someone hurt you, maybe in your family or your relationship, that maybe you're just going along with what you've been told to do, and it's not really fulfilling you because you're not in line with your your purpose and who you really are. So you're kind of like trapped in the matrix, and you're going along with like, deep down inside, I think we know what is best for us, and however you decide to live your life, if it does make you happy, then I think you should do it. But the way I am in the world, I don't suggest other people should do it. But if you feel called to do it, then yeah, I think you should do it. And that's what I like learned at the Rainbow Gathering. Is like, or like I've learned even before that experience is that, though I tend to like go against the status quo, and I have all these feelings about like control and authority. Some people don't have those feelings. Some people don't see the thing the way I see stuff. So if you don't, then it's, whatever it is you're doing, if you're in line with what it is you're doing, then I guess you receiving, completion and contentment. And then even at the gathering, the Rainbow Gathering that I went to recently, there was different travelers there, and everybody was like traveling in their own way. And I did kind of go there thinking like I would meet somebody who I could travel with, or maybe, hopefully, some of the people that I did meet, I'll meet again on the road. But to take up the way I want to be in the world, or for me to take up someone else's way of being in the world, I don't think it's fair to the person who's like going along, compromising their vision. Not that like if you're in a good relationship, I guess compromise and working things out is ideal, but if you have a fixed idea in mind, and then you go along with someone else who's like kind of on the same path as you, but not quite, it could be a hindrance. It could like delay your progression in what it is you have envisioned for yourself. And so I would say it's best to like go it alone until you meet someone who's like more in line with you. Or even if you don't, you have to be kind of content with yourself enough to bring in your own happiness. Like you can't really count on others. And so yeah, like I would say if there's something inside you that you want to do, like go for it. And then that's how you would get this, you would attain the cups. But yeah, I know that's hard. Some people don't really know what it is they want to do. And because I've spoken to people and I couldn't suggest anything to them to like help them figure out what they wanted to do. Some people, and to try to talk to them like in a way like, come on, it's something, deep down inside. Just think about what you wanted to do as a child, and all, trying to give them ideas of like what it is they wanted to do, like annoyed them. So it's like some people, I guess, really don't know what they want to do. So that could be really hard. And I can also see like the nihilistic feeling of like it's there's no point in any of it, so why do anything? But then also like that there is no point is a reason to make your own point, like figure out your own like thing you want to do, and that can be fun and enjoyable. But anyway, I hope that helps. 10 of Cups. I grasp it, I think. And all right, have a good one.